The 730 Project, day 148. I'm smiling at the moment because I'm here in my studio space where I record these videos, right? And I heard some kind of cheesy relaxation music very quietly, and I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. Now, everybody else in the house is asleep, okay? And it's not uncommon for us to have music like this on while we're falling asleep. But I couldn't figure out why it sounded so close. And then I realized that I had told the excuse me, I had told the Echo device that is in our kitchen to play relaxation music earlier in the night. And apparently the one that is in my studio space also picked up on that, and the volume is quite low on the Echo device that is in my studio right now. And so, I'm hearing this music right before I start shooting this video, and it's like, what is going on? Why does that sound so close? And then I uttered the magic words and told the Echo device to stop, and all of a sudden the music was gone. So, but so I'm having mixed emotions about how my day was today, because I had one thing that was important, it's timely, that I needed to get done today. And it is now after midnight, and that one thing is still not done. And it's because of technical issues. Signing up through different websites to be able to pay something. And these are all like local systems, and every avenue that I have tried has not worked. And now I'm getting strange error messages that, oh, you're trying to enter this information into a test application that we're running, and call us if we need help. Well, this is timely. I need to have this done. It's after midnight now. I need to have this done today without fail. Now, there's other ways for me to get this accomplished, but like all of these different systems that I've gone through that have not been working throughout the whole day, and then to get like the test application error message like late tonight when I'm trying to do this is frustrating. That's the nice way. That's the nice way to put it. It's really frustrating because I am surrounded by a lot of coyote energy, and in certain Native American tribal beliefs, coyote is a trickster. And I saw that loud and clear tonight. I saw that loud and clear. I heard that loud and clear tonight. Because why else, and this is the thing, like, coyote has been kind of quiet for me lately, but now all of a sudden, now when this is like something that's important and timely, it's like, really now is the time that coyote decides to pop up again. So I had this one thing to accomplish. I need to get it done tomorrow, in the morning. It's actually tomorrow now, but and I will get that done. But my intention starting out the day today was to work on editing videos. And these are videos that are going to go up on my website explaining in a little more detail some of the services that I offer. So this is where the attention deficit kicks in. Because I'm stuck in the middle of this process trying to do all these things online. And then as I'm looking around the house, I'm realizing, oh, well, this needs to be done, and I need to sweep and mop the floor and probably sort through some things and empty some boxes and, recycle what needs to be recycled and throw out and burn the sensitive information, like the address and personal numbers and things like that, because we don't have a shredder. So I get started on that. And that is what I spent the majority of my day on. And of course, the attention deficit kicked in while I was doing that too, because, and this is often how it works with me, and I know this, I understand this. I'll get an idea in my head of something that I need to do. And so I go to the part of the house where that needs to be done, and then I see something else that needs to be done. And sometimes I don't even start the thing that I went to that part of the house to do. So that's how my days go. And I'm wondering now if because I did not write down, excuse me, definitely bedtime. I'm wondering if because I didn't make myself a list of things that I wanted to accomplish today and just kept it in my mind, that's where I got sidetracked. Because I know, like, when I get focused on something, depending on what it is, I can keep myself focused on it. But today I was all over the place, and I did get a lot done. I got a lot done around the house. I got absolutely nothing done on video editing. I got absolutely nothing done for the business. I got absolutely no music time in. And this is the thing I've also realized about these are patterns that I fall into, is that sometimes I will hit the music really hard, and it's like every day I'm carving out that time to practice whatever it is, and that can vary. And I haven't done that recently. And there again, it gets into, as I mentioned either yesterday or the day before, it gets into, like, I've been listening to a lot of business podcasts lately. And so that kind of shifts the way I think about things. I think about things very analytically. I think about, okay, well, these are the financial issues that I want to address, and this is how I'm going to do it, and this is how I want to move my business forward, and these are the tools that I'm going to use to do that. But I get away from the creative thing when I get into those mind spaces, and I just naturally fall off of making time for music. Time for sleep. Yes, I know I keep saying that. So, again, I know I've been saying the word balance a lot lately in these videos, and that is exactly what I need to find. And I need to, like working with my calendar is very important for me, because I will not remember things, and I think that may be a side effect of the attention deficit. But it's like I've got the rest of the family on board with putting things in the calendar. It's funny because my wife relies very heavily on her calendar as well, and so there are times she'll say, well, this has been on the calendar for months, and I look and I say, it's not on my calendar. She's like, oh, it's on my calendar. Okay. So we've got a shared calendar that we're utilizing more. But for me, I'm still, even after a long time, knowing that I need to use my calendar, I'm not doing an effective job of doing that. And so it's something I need to improve on. There are all these things out there that I know will help me get to where I want to go, and yet so much time goes by. It's like, oh, I need to do that, and then like weeks go by and I haven't done it. And I'm not talking like one-off events. I'm like I need to, like my partner and I are very much doing more, so like we'll talk about our schedules, like, usually like Sunday or maybe Monday. It's like, okay, here's what's coming up this week. Excuse me. And then we share with each other, kind of highlighting, hey, you need to know that this is going on because this affects this other thing that's going on. So we're starting to like find our synergy with that sort of thing. There are other things that I know, like playing music, practicing, learning new instruments, learning new songs. I know that helps me feel more emotionally grounded and kind of helps balance things. It also helps focus the mind. I mean, E. Thayer Gaston, the father of music therapy, said that rhythm is the organizer and energizer. And I know that when I'm doing things that, when I'm practicing drums, that I do seem more focused. I do seem more organized in my thoughts. Time to wrap this up because I know I'm rambling. But my whole point with all of this is that here I am at the end of my day. I got a lot done today. Almost none of it is what I planned on. And so I've got this feeling of letdown. I've got this feeling of regret. It's like I was busy all day, and my partner even said, hey, I saw all the stuff you did around the house, and I wanted to say, that I appreciate what you're doing. So it's like there's that, but at the same time, there's such anxiety about not getting things done for the business, because I know tomorrow, like in the morning, I need to finish working on a blog post, and I think the blog post is probably way too long. I think I need to cut some other things out. It's still things that I want to write about, but maybe in a different post. And my schedule's a little bit different with picking kids up from school, because tomorrow is a day that they get out an hour earlier. And, intellectually, I think, well, an hour doesn't make that much of a difference, but it really does. So I have this anxiety about not moving my business forward, and it's a challenge, because even on the days when I do feel like I accomplish things, there's still that anxiety, like it's not enough, like I always need to be doing more. And it's like until I'm until I'm regularly making 7 figures, and yes, I did say 7 figures, that it's, maybe it's not going to be enough. So it's, that's the struggling I'm doing. I mean, I very much showed up for one part of my life. I need to use the tools that I have to do it. And maybe right now, when I get done with this video, I need to write down, that I need to finish that blog post tomorrow and get it published. And then there comes the whole, okay, well, I want it to be 3 blog posts ahead. And I'm also, with my web host platform, doing things on mobile. I'm doing almost everything on mobile right now. And I need to figure out how to schedule blog posts ahead of time, because I could get them written and then schedule them, weeks out at a time. But I have not figured out how to do that through mobile yet, because it is a little bit different. I mean, I can sign in through a website, but my website host has an app that they are continually developing to make it easier for people doing things on mobile, but not everything is the same yet, and not all the functionality is there yet. So this is the other challenge, is that right now, clearly I'm tired. I keep yawning. And now that I said that, one big final last yawn. Because again, I don't know if this is part of the attention deficit or not, but things like this, now my mind is going quickly, and I'm like, okay, these are the things I have to do. And I can tell that, energetically, like I'm getting myself worked up. Not like anxious worked up, but I'm like, maybe revved up would be a better term. I'm getting revved up. I'm like, okay, wow, all right. And, it's like, it's like close to 1 o'clock in the morning now. I need to sleep because I need to get up and leave with everybody in the morning. And for staying up at 1 o'clock, that's kind of early. I apologize. I lied. I thought that previous yawn was going to be the last one. Anyway, I'm still working and refining and trying to figure out, in some ways I feel like I'm doing really well because I'm finding those little bits of time, like when picking the kids up from school. It's like, oh, hey, I've got this video that I can drop into this template, and I don't need Wi-Fi for that, and I don't need a lot of time to do that. So it's like when the kids are getting in the car, boom, the phone's out. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be productive. Or it's like, hey, wait a minute, I had this idea for that blog post. I'm gonna put those words down just so I remember. So like I feel like I'm doing really well with that. And there's other things that I'm still having challenges with. And balance is still my word. Maybe balance is the word for the whole year. I don't know. Maybe it's the word for the rest of my life. I don't know. But right now, it's all about balance, and I am working very hard to find it. So, with that being said, this has been day 148, and I will be back here on day 149.